Today we're going to review some of the figurative language that is often used in poetry. And the first two types of figurative language we're going to talk about are simile and metaphor. And we're really just reviewing these. We've talked about them so much this year, but we are going to review them again. So with a metaphor, you're not using the word like or as. You are comparing two things and you're saying one is the other. Simile, you're comparing two unlike things, but you're using the word like or as. So, for instance, a metaphor might be, my dad is a bear in the morning before he has his coffee. My dad isn't actually a bear, but he's kind of grumpy in the morning before he gets his coffee. So I'm saying my dad is a bear. A simile using the same subject might be, my dad is like an angry bear in the morning before he has his coffee. So I'm saying my dad is like an angry bear because I'm using the word like, or if I use the word as, that would make it a simile. Another one would be a simile would be saying, you walk like a duck. A metaphor, you are a duck. I think the hardest part of these two is remembering that similes use like or as, and metaphors don't. And I think oftentimes the two of these are confused. The next two that we're going to talk about are hyperbole and personification. And again, we've talked about these already this year. This is really just a review. But for those of you that don't remember, hyperbole is an exaggeration to make a point. So look at some of the examples in this Bruno Mars song. The whole world stops and stares for a while. So is it logical to think that the whole world stopped and stared? No, it's not. Obviously, this is hyperbole, and it's being used to make the point that a lot of people would stop and stare. But it doesn't mean that literally the entire world stopped and stared. Personification is giving human traits to things that are not human. So notice that the word person is in personification. That's one way to help you remember the meaning of the word. But look at the examples in the Green Day song. The lonely road. I walk a lonely road. A road isn't human. It can't be lonely. But it can be empty. So the author is using that figurative language instead of just saying, the road was empty. I walk a lonely road. It's more poetic. Look at another example, where the city sleeps. A city can't actually sleep, but there can be times when the streets are more empty, there are not many people out, and it's a lot quieter. So instead of just saying, the streets were empty, the city was quiet, he's saying, where the city sleeps. Again, it's more poetic. Figurative language is not only used in poetry, though. So after this video, there will be two short videos on hyperbole and personification that you can watch. So to wrap this up, simile, a comparison of two unlike things using the words like or as. Her smile was as bright as a diamond. A metaphor, a comparison of two unlike things by saying that one is another object or another thing. My dad is a real bear in the morning. Personification, giving human qualities to non-human things. The wind whispered in my ear. We know the wind didn't actually whisper. And then hyperbole, an exaggeration that can't possibly be true. I was so hungry I ate 1,000,000 pounds of pasta.